Kings and Queens, welcome back. This is your boy Job Pat, and we are here at the Still Sharpn Still Show, Season 4, a place where black excellence meet black mediocrity, and we just displaying black victory on all horizons, my brother.
Facts.
Talk to him, B.
What's going on?
You know, it's your boy Prince Wise. I'm here with Still Sharpn Still, man. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. How
Appreciate that. Love is good. Life is good. Life is good. Life is good.
Absolutely.
You know, but family, it's your boy Mr. Love is Love. Listen, if you didn't do it already, please hit that subscribe button.
Yes.
You know, whatever you take from us, you learn and you grow with it. And whatever we take from you, we learn and we grow with it as well. Like, comment, and share, guys. We here with my boy Waza. We about to talk dirty.
We about to talk gangster, so I'm going to get right into it. So this topic is about a disciplined mind brings happiness.
Right,
and I came across this just thinking about different things, obviously. You know, big fan of your music. The reason why I chose this topic is I noticed how strong and how important it is to be disciplined in any craft. So before we even go into that, sorry people, let the people know who you are.
Right.
Okay.
Talk about it.
All right. You know, my name is Prince Wise. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm a hip hop artist, songwriter, and I guess I can put actor on there now too. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. It don't matter. He gonna be behind scenes. Well, he gonna be in front of the camera.
Word.
There we go.
Yeah, but you know, I'm a creative out of the Bronx, New York City, and you know, pretty much what it is that I'm doing. I'm an independent artist. You know what I mean? And right now, I'm just trying to kind of change the landscape of you know, where I see our people. You know what I'm saying? Specifically black people.
Right.
I'm just trying to, you know, see us get elevated to a particular type of level.
Right.
But I also want to show independent artists that it's possible for that same elevation to occur, but without the help of some of these major corporations or some of these, you know, entities that are owned by other people. You know,
for self.
Yes.
I agree. Because one thing I could say with doing for self, you get to understand, you know, and you get to understand the process, and not only understand it, but you get to enjoy it as well as you're going, you know, versus just getting that help, that handout. There's nothing wrong with a helping hand. There's nothing wrong with it. But just whatever you want to get into, at least understand it for yourself first. You know, like just go through the process. It may be rigid and rugged.
Right.
You know, you may be in the trenches, but at least you're gonna learn from it. You know, and as you learn, and you're gonna grow and smooth sailing.
Yes, absolutely.
That process is so vital, bro. You talk about changing the landscape and that narrative. Would you say that's one of your biggest challenges? And when you talk about discipline, I think about self-discipline.
Right.
You know, making challenges for yourself and exceeding those promises every day. So what's one of those things that make you, you know, that pushes you to change that landscape?
Oh yeah. Well, I can tell you, you know, about discipline a whole lot. Shoot, from a young age, I feel like, you know, discipline in itself is kind of just instilled in me from a young age. You know, my mom's a nurse, so she used to have to wake up real early in the morning. Like, I'm talking about 4, 5 in the morning. And she used to have to, you know, as a result, wake me up, bring me to a babysitter. And I had to kind of stay up because, like, I had to go to school.
Right after.
Right after. Like, I'd be up. We probably get to the babysitter's place around like 6 or 7, and then I gotta stay up because school starts at 8. You know what I mean? So it takes a lot of, you know, discipline. And shoot, I've been waking up that time since I was young, from 8 years old to now.
It's programmed almost.
I'm up 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm the person, I text you 4 or 5 in the morning, like, yo, what's going on? You know, so, you know, discipline was kind of just like installed in me from young, and then from there it was able to carry over to all other aspects of my life.
And
you know what I'm saying?
It's so beautiful that you shout out to mommy. Shout out to mommy, man.
No doubt.
It's so beautiful that you say, like, mommy had to get up early. Like, not even just that. Let me just start it off by saying, because me and Job, we talk about this timelessly. It all starts from in the household.
That's a fact.
You know, so bringing it more fast forward, it's beautiful how you were able to learn, you know, from what mommy was doing.
Yes.
You know, you seen how she was getting up to handle her responsibilities.
Absolutely.
If she wasn't responsible, she was not going to get up to take care of her responsibility.
That's a fact.
You know, and as a result of her responsibility, she had to make sure you was good too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know,
so it's amazing. I love the fact that your childhood environment was very impactful.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, you know, your parents could say things to you all day long, but at the end of the day, your children will follow your example. You know
Talk about. Say that again. Say that again. For
your children will follow your example. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like you can talk till their ears fall off. They're not gonna listen to you, but what it is, they'll observe what it is that you're doing, and then model themselves after what it is that you're doing, the way your focus is. So it's just very important that you set the right example. And a lot of times, you know, people don't really necessarily understand what that means.
Right.
But that means, you know, being your best self. And then your children will look at that and be like, dang, like that's what moms was doing, that's what pops was doing. I think I need to be my best self. Get up early every morning.
It may not hit immediately.
Yeah, right.
But it will carry over.
It'll carry over. That's it.
You
It's
know?
a trickle down effect.
Yeah, and I was gonna say too, when it comes to discipline, you think about routine.
Yeah.
So every single day you waking up in the morning, your mom's getting you up in the morning because she had to work. Sooner or later that got programmed and it translates to now, and that's a huge example because she did it for you.
Yeah.
And you know, and now you be able to do it for your kids and furthermore.
Absolutely.
So how important it is to have routine, like to have that daily routine to keep you going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's very important too. It's like at the end of the day, what you like, you know what I mean, how you do one thing is how you kind of do all things.
Let's talk about
You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So it's like,
Say that one more time for them, please. Yo,
He's spitting gems already.
already.
Talk.
Show me love, baby. Show me love. Come on, appreciate you, Mr. Waza. Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man.
Please say that again.
Yo, listen, how you do one thing is how you do all things, man. And it, you know, it's a trickle down effect, and it carries on into every other aspect of your life, man. So, you know, I wake up in the morning, and my mother used to wake me up, and I have to find something else to do with my time now that I'm up.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got 2 hours here, 3 hours here to do what it is that I need to do before I go head off to school. So that gave me the time that I needed in order to like find out what it was that I wanted to do, what I like to do, and develop an actual skill. And you know, within that process, it just carried over into my adult life. And so, like, man, rhyming is something that I've always been doing.
Right.
Even from when I had to, like, right before I had to go to school, write my rhymes and then go to school.
Right.
Same thing, man. I write my rhymes early in the morning before I get up. I have to do what I gotta do, and then I'm out.
It's a process.
Yes.
Like a familiar process that you're used to, that you develop. Matter of fact.
Exactly.
And it's crazy, you know. Cause imagine on the flip side, you know, another kid getting up in the morning, they stressed, they upset, they frustrated. Like, damn, why I get up so early? Because you got to get up early.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But a stressful situation, what I want to ask you specifically is like, forgive me, family. A stressful situation can like confuse and disorient a person, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like their decision making could be very, very tarnished.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, how did you avoid from like making unhealthy life decisions?
Yeah, I mean, you know, life is the best teacher, my dude. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like we all make mistakes.
Right.
And I've made a ton of them. I've made like a whole lot of
Right.
mistakes,
I
like
feel
a
that.
significant amount of mistakes. And the thing is that how you process it and how you learn from it is going to determine your growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, had I not gone through all of those things, I wouldn't be who I am today.
I feel that.
So, you know, I wouldn't trade it for anything. Yeah, I had some hiccups along the way, some
Right.
mishaps, but at the end of the day, I was able to learn from it, bounce back. We've had situations, especially in my crew. I had a producer. I ain't even gonna put his name out there, but I had a producer, and he like lost all of the beats on his like computer, bro. Like, I'm talking like he made like 1 million beats.
That's heartbreaking.
And bro, he cried, bro.
That's
like, you feel me?
heartbreaking,
Like,
bro.
and I'm like, damn, son. Like, I'm like, yo, send me that beat. He's like, I can't even send you that shit.
You have it.
You know what I mean? So it's just like things like that. It's not what happens, it's how you deal with it at the
So,
end of the day.
that's
He was
like
able to
really-
come back. So
That's really comparing to like minor setback to major comeback.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's really a favorite because
Right.
we come back from the experiences that happen to us and we learn and apply that shit.
Big facts.
So let me ask you, like, how important it is for you to find those small wins even when you have those humble distractions.
yeah, nah.
Fire. I love it.
Man, the small wins, man, that's part of the journey, man. You gotta cherish that.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta cherish that. Like, everything is a win. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at anything like a loss. Things gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to me yesterday. I came here today.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
right.
things gonna
I fuck with
happen.
that, though.
But it's how you are able to maneuver, how
Right.
you're able to bounce back. That's what matters, man. And that's a win. You know what I'm saying? I've had so many little small wins, like just getting my music heard on Sirius XM radio. That's
Talk
a small
about
win,
it.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's a big win. I think that's the problem. People look at people look at wins and just think of the measurement of big.
Right, okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So smaller bit, it's a win.
It's a win.
It's a win.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think
What did you gain from it at the end of the day?
Right.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like I can only imagine what happened to you yesterday.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
happy that you were able to not let it bother you.
Yeah.
And you still were able to show up and get something out of, you know, what you expecting here today.
Right.
You know, and it's just like, how can I say it? How can I say it? Name a time like you recognize where it's just like you were in a dark space, you know, and you had a lot of things you knew you had to get done, you know, because at the end of the day, life is always going to bring its responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know, life is always going to have something for us to do.
Yeah. No.
Whether or not we do it or not, but you just in that dark space, bro.
Yeah.
How were you able to pull yourself out of that? If you could like briefly share with the community.
Yeah. No, for sure. Well, for yesterday, I'm gonna credit my lady. I got a strong woman, man.
Beautiful. Black love.
Black love.
That's what we doing.
That's what I gotta do, man. She's telling me, yo, you calm down, you know. I'm like, yeah, nah, you right.
I feel it.
Yo, shout out to Black Love.
Nah, I feel that.
Yo, man, I got a strong woman, man. So shout out to my lady, but yeah, no, man. Like, there's been so many different times where I've been in just like a crazy space, or you know, I wasn't feeling like my best self. Where I was just feeling like, dang, like what is it that especially with music, like you gonna go crazy, stress yourself out over that. Absolutely. You'd be like, damn, why is it that what it is that I'm doing is not working? Then you spend all your time on Instagram, you comparing yourself to other people. You're like, dang, what is it that I'm doing? I know I'm the best. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. Why am I not receiving the same results?
Right.
You know, one of the things that helped me is just like, it's a couple different things, a couple different factors. One of the things that helped me, definitely, I have a strong community of friends. Now, I don't have so many friends, but the strong, small community of friends that I have, they definitely, you know, more than once, on more than one occasion, to put me on my square and be like, nah, man, like you don't even see what you're doing.
Right.
Like, what you're doing right now is legendary.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they definitely, you know, keep me in high spirits. They definitely, you know, sit down and talk with me and let me know what's really going on. And then I'm able to put things into perspective from there and bounce back. But yeah, that's just one factor, you know. And then the other side of me is telling me, okay, these are some of the things that you have to do in order for you to be able to see some of the results that you need to go ahead and see. Right. So one by one, step by step, I think, you know, Nipsey Hussle might have said it best, like how you build a house, you just one brick by brick.
Delayed gratification.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do everything all at the same time.
Right.
Just sit there, you focus on that one thing, and then it'll grow from there.
Right.
So, you know, I've taken some of those lessons and applied it to my life, and it's worked out.
You couldn't have said it any better than that, big dog. Like, you couldn't have said it. That was powerful. Powerful, bro. Powerful.
Yeah, nah, it's real.
Now, I fuck with you for just always pushing that landscape and that narrative. Because, like, what we doing it for? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we really, we doing it for impact, or we doing it for just the moment?
Right.
And I think a lot of people, they get caught up with the moment. So how fulfilling it is for you to keep that mindset? Because you're going to have the self-doubt. You're going to have the days where you don't want to do anything. You don't want to pick up a pen.
Yeah.
But it's like how you see yourself through that adversity, how you survive through that.
Right.
So when you think about impact and, you know, just doing it for the future,
right,
what kind of mindset you gotta be equipped with?
Yeah, man. I mean, you have to have a leader mentality. And, you know, even in one of my rhymes, I said, hey, listen, it wasn't supposed to be me. I wasn't supposed to be leader. But now I'm way better. Talent you can't even measure. Got it together, and now I be sticking my head up. You know what I mean? It's just being a leader is just something that, like, I had to learn how to be.
Right.
Like, I used to be in a rap group, and the leader of our group was a totally different individual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we were relying on him to get us up out the hood. You feel me? But, you know, things change, things happen. I ended up kind of
stepping into
my into my lane and becoming that, and becoming more than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just something that I had to learn. I had to be around people who could teach me.
It sounds like you were able to see the vision.
Yeah.
And then grasp the vision. You know, and then fully embrace the vision.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's steps. You know, you got to really see it to believe it. You was in a rap group, you know, you would imagine that the person that you guys were working with, or you know, the person that you felt was a positive influence was going to get you to the next step. It happened that it didn't work out that way, but it's cool. You know, you pivoted.
Right.
You know, you made a shift. You step into your lane. You know, and then you just kept it going. You kept elevating.
That's it.
And I love it, big bro. And I just want to applaud you. You feel me? Like you ain't let up.
Yeah, nah, neither do you, brothers. I want to applaud y'all.
Thank you, thank you, for real.
Like you said, this is amazing right here.
Brick by brick, because at the end of the day, what are we doing it for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that because people just don't do things for value. It's about adding value every single time. So
Right.
I think to have that mentality, you gotta have a lot of precise thinking.
Yeah.
So for you, like, you know, you got a vision.
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't see the vision though.
Right.
Now, I know the vision for Still Sharp, Still. Brian got his own vision, but we all got that foundational thought, right?
Yeah.
So when people don't see the vision, how important it is for you to just stay that example and just fight through the pressure.
Well, you gotta understand too, bro. It ain't their job to see your vision.
It's you.
It's you.
But that's what the discipline do though.
Word.
Yes.
Word. It ain't
Talk
their
about
job
it.
to see it.
Talk about it.
It's for you to see it and for you to manifest and materialize what it is.
Right.
And then the world will see. It's for you to make them see.
Make that thing factual.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what ultimately will happen if you don't give up, if you have patience, if you're willing to sit there and really understand and visualize what it is that you want. Like everything that's happened to me up until now, I've seen already. You know, and that's like really from everything, bro. That's from my girlfriend, from my woman, to like music, to like everything.
Right,
you know, like
right.
I've really seen all of this. I have a vision for myself as to even what I want to look like and how I dress.
Right.
I have a vision for what it is that I look like in my head.
Right.
Like I have a vision for what it is that my destiny is going to be.
I feel that.
And as a result, it's coming into fruition, you know.
I think really too, but I'm gonna give it back to you, B, but
Yeah.
when you manifest something, you gotta put the work behind it
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course.
And you've been doing that. So let's talk about, you know, we gonna have a little halftime. Let's talk about what you got going on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Your most recent project.
Right,
you know, what's present to you? Talk to me. Talk to the community.
Oh yeah, for sure. Present to me right now, man, like right now we just doing a lot of visuals. Shoot, I've come out with 3 albums. I got 3 albums worth of material right
Working.
now. Yeah, hell yeah.
Working.
Yeah, man, we need to
work.
this. Yeah.
That boy work. You gotta work though, because you can't want something and then not put you can't put that.
Yeah.
You gotta put that in. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Like,
Help the not to cut you off.
Oh,
Help the
yeah.
community. Like share the community if you can, if you don't mind.
yeah.
The 3 albums, you know. If
Oh
you don't
yeah.
mind.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. The first album I came out with was I Learned from Little Brother. That was the name of the album, and really, you know, the concept behind that was, you know, boom bap music. Like my homeboy Mike, I showed up to his house one day. He had a pack full of beats, and it was like all boom bap like kind of stuff. And I really love like Fonte, Little Brother, Ninth Wonder. Like I love that sound. And yeah, so that's I feel like that's really the true essence of hip hop.
Right.
You know, and where it came from. So pretty much we put together the tape. He gave me 10 beats and was like, here, hold on to that. And then maybe within 2-3 weeks I had the concept for it down. And then I had some songs here and there, and I decided, hey, listen, let me just do 5 joints.
Right.
Put them on there and then sell them.
Right.
And you know, I made the decision, I made a conscious decision not to put my music on the DSP platforms, because I already knew what the DSPs are dishing out in terms of, you know, a monetary compensation. It's not that much. They ain't paying cats that much for streams. So I already realized, okay, listen, let me go ahead and sell this direct to consumer via my website, via a platform like Bandcamp.
Get more direct with it, more aggressive.
Right. And I was able to see more benefits. And I always tell artists that what you need to see in order to continue to believe is an actual tangible thing that you can hold in your hand. Like you need an ROI, like you need a return on investment before you decide, oh damn, this ain't worth nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and quit. Or dang, what is it that I can do? And you'll still kind of be on a hamster wheel if you don't see that return, even if you break even. You know what I'm saying? If you break even, that's still better off than you not getting anything or gaining anything or not even making the money back. So I always, you know, I made a conscious decision. Hey, listen, we're not gonna put this out on the DSPs. You can't. You might can stream a single here and there, but the actual whole album is something that you have to purchase directly from me. And then it worked that first time, and I've just continued the trend. So then I released, you know, the Groundo Project.
Gangsta.
Yeah,
Got some heat on that
I
thing.
appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. The first Groundo was really a test too, cause like I you know, I was on the gram and I was like, yo, do I really want a project from you? I had to ask the question. And then people were kind of like, yeah, like, you want to hear music? I put a poll up and it was like, yeah, like, put the project out, put it out. Yeah. And then some people was like, nah, I don't put it out. But like, even the people that were saying no, it was still kind of to my benefit because they had just released a single. So they was like, I was like, yeah, I just released a single with with Shay Noir. And then they was like, nah, man, let that go.
Right.
And so I got a whole lot more yes than I did no.
Right.
So I was like, oh no, I'm putting a project out. Y'all want it. And then I ended up putting the Groundo Project out. 4 records produced by, you know, 4 different, very, very talented producers.
Right.
And it came out amazing. And then, like, maybe, like, the next day I decided to work on Groundo, too. Because I'm like, I want to do more music. That's the word. Right.
Nah, and not to cut you off.
Yeah,
I definitely was trying to wait. I was trying to wait for you to let it all out. You know what I'm saying? Definitely trying to be patient for all of that sweet information. But it's like, that goes to show you still sharp and still community. It's just like, value is value. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you understand what you're putting out, you know, when you have a good following, you know what I'm saying, you could definitely, how can I say it, not move how you want to move, you know what I'm saying, but you could definitely move on your own timing. You know, you could move way more independent. You don't have to rush anything. Right. You could be very more independent because you know what you're putting out. You know that your people are expecting something, you know. So it's just like, it's a beautiful thing to hear how you develop your process.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, for your music.
Word. You know, I tell the people that follow me all the time, I go on the gram and say it like, hey, listen, I ain't signed to nobody. Right. Like, the joint gonna come out when I want it to come out. Right. And then, control. Yeah, you know, we ain't gotta release. I don't release on Fridays like everybody else. Right. I'm like, hey, listen, this joint coming out on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I let you know, I let them know like this joint might come out on Tuesday or it might Wednesday, or Tuesday I'm going back in the studio, touch it up, and it'll be out for y'all Wednesday. Like, I keep it real. Like,
you got the following. You have a following. That's it. And then for the fact that you can communicate with the people real directly at that, you know, they have an expectancy.
Yes.
You know, and I
always deliver. That's the thing. I always deliver. So I've earned that.
When you said early in the podcast, how you do everything is how you do everything. You always deliver, bro. So shout outs to you. I was going to ask you, like, going back to controlling the narrative. A lot of young artists, when they come out, they don't really know how to, you know, be independent with their stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, absolutely. And I feel like a lot of people get enslaved to their own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so, like, you got to be real confident to know your work and to know your worth. Yes. How would you tell somebody like that's young, that's got that conscious pen to stay confident, push through that shit, and independently put their stuff out? Yeah, no, absolutely. Actually, you know, I'm putting together courses for that very same thing that you're talking about. Right. Just how to be reliant on nobody and 100% independent. Right. You know what I mean? And right now, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, and right now, you know, for all the young artists that's out there, if I have any advice to give at all, it's just you have to know within yourself that you're the prize. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know exactly what it is that you bring to the table. And the way that you have that confidence is by honing your skill. Right. When you hone your skill set and you're confident that there's nobody that can do what it is that you do or bring what it is that you bring to the table, then you have all the leverage in the world. Absolutely. You know, you can come to some of these big corporations and be like, hey, listen, you're not going to be able to get this nowhere else. Absolutely, because you know your worth. That's it.
I think when it comes to honing on your skills, take that discipline. That's you know what I'm saying? Every day, that delayed gratification, that brick by brick. Right. You know, not looking for instant. We're not microwaving. We're going to take our time and put 110 every single time, and then you get a future result. So I fuck with, there you go. You know, you just taking that brick by brick process. Yeah. Like people have shown us the way already, man. We got so many examples, dude. We got your Master P's, you know what I'm saying? And that's a example of an artist who was doing this the right way. Right. We have Jay-Z before. Right. Jay-Z is a great example too, but not what Jay-Z is today, more so along the lines of Jay-Z's partnership with actual Def Jam and what it is that they had to go through before they got hot. Right. You know what I mean? We want to take that route. That's what it is we trying to do. We trying to go the Nipsey route. You know,
networking across.
There you go. We trying to do this and make it a whole a whole independent process. So to the point where, you know, we don't necessarily need anybody else to do what it is that we do. We got the cameras, we have the access, we got the microphones. I can work with famous artists. You know what I mean?
If you want
if
to.
I want to,
Right.
if I choose.
Right, but
for
you're
that
just
to
gonna
be
keep
the
it
case.
in-house.
That's
And-
it. That's
So
what it is that we
bro.
want.
Nah, I love it. I love it. I love it, bro. That's what it is. Because we talk about this all the time. It's like, and I'm not gonna make it seem like all the time, because me and Big Bro just recently came across this networking across thing, you know. But it was like beforehand, it was more so trying to get to the people that was there, you know, trying to just extend our reach.
Right.
But it's like we got to do it properly.
Right.
We got to play our role.
That's
You
it.
know, 'cause at the end of the day, right now, we're still building. We're still trying to gather our value and understand what we're bringing to the people. You know, it's not to say that we're not valuable. It's not to say that we don't got an audience. It's not to say we don't got people that appreciate what we giving out.
Absolutely.
You know, but you just got to understand. You got to play your role. You know, you got to build it.
I think too, while playing your role, it's important to track your progress. Like, you can't have a goal and not measure what you're trying to do.
Oh yeah,
Talk
You
about
know
it.
what I'm saying? How important that shit is for you to track what you got going on, anything.
Talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah. Hey, listen, man. Extremely important. I know. Hey, just something on a basic level, as just like looking at your analytics and seeing who's checking you out on a daily basis and at what time. Like, that's a great thing for you to go ahead and be able to check out, because it lets you know, okay, listen, you get the most engagement here at this time from this group and this amount of people.
Right.
And all of that stuff kind of just works to your benefit. Now, of course, like, you know, it's not 100% accurate. Like, you're going to have some people here and there that are like different. They check out your things sporadically and at different times. But it's just good for you to know, you know, the overall information, so that you be able and you're more equipped and well prepared in putting things out.
Right.
And you can reap the best results.
At the end of the day, you know, you the only way you could be able to grow is if you could be able to look back.
Yeah.
You know, you don't dwell on history, you know, but you utilize it.
Yeah.
You know, utilize it.
No, I fuck with that, bro. It's about
Extremely important, bro.
Yeah, because with any goal, you got to measure it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's talk about rap a little bit. Let's get into that. So one of your songs, you said, I'm Kendrick mixed with Cole, Wale, Kanye.
Word.
With a 9 to 5, right?
Right.
That struck me, bro, because I feel like, you know, we live in New York City.
Yeah.
It's a melting pot of everybody trying to get to it, right?
Yeah.
So for the most part, a lot of people, they when it comes to the 9 to 5, they look at it and they devalue it. They diagnose that something as like something that's not needed or a necessity, right?
Right. Okay.
But for the most part, you got to use it as a vehicle to get you whatever you got to go, right?
Yeah, it is.
The song says I'm Kendrick mixed with Cole, Wale, Kanye with a 9 to 5, right?
Right.
And a lot of people, when it comes to in New York City, anybody that has an art, content creator, whatever it is, they feel like when it comes to the 9 to 5, it's just overlooked, right? But how important it is for you to have that vehicle to push through, have a dream, and still do what you got to do on a day-to-day basis,
right?
Like the process. I'm asking.
I mean, you know, it's not important. The job is not necessarily important. But what is important is the actual will and determination that you have because of your job, right? So I always commend anybody who does work, you know, 9 hours, 5 hours, however many hours you work in a day. I always commend them. If you got a day job on top of what it is that you have a passion for, then that takes a whole lot of skill, time, energy, effort. You're doing more than the average person, right? So I always commend if that's your case, you know what I'm saying, and everybody's scenarios and situations is different. So it's just one of those things where, you know, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 job so long as you're using that to go ahead and funnel it into what it is that you want to do, and that you know and have a purpose. It's when you just have a job with no purpose, that's when we have a problem.
Right. No, I absolutely agree, because, you know, just going back to what we said off camera, is just more so the fact that I'm looking forward to I was looking forward to having a constructive and communicative, you know, type of vibe today. But it's just the fact that I had so much other things that I was working on, so I was only able to but I was able to get through my questions this morning. Finish it up this morning. I'm gonna let the family know.
That's transparent.
You know, I'm gonna let the family know. But it's just the fact that me just doing so much other work, you know, coming outside of 9 to 5 and then going back into my side business is just. it could be very overwhelming and exhausting, but
Yeah.
like I said before, I commend the people who are able to balance things out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's as long as you're able to balance it out and still add value to yourself. Like my day don't just stop when I get off my 9 to 5.
Right.
You know, I still got things that I got to get done.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I still got people that are expecting me.
Yeah.
You know, and I gotta pull through. That's all it is. So I commend you.
Yes.
That's why the vision, you gotta be it gotta be a non-negotiable.
Right.
Like,
That's a fact.
you working, whatever you doing, you still gotta have that vision so strong.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes though, I feel like the why could change though. But does that happen to you? Like your not your purpose
Right.
differentiate, but your why could change. Like what you doing it for, but different ones.
Right.
I'm asking that. Did that ever happen?
Yeah, no, that definitely happens. I know when I was younger, you know, while I was doing all of this, it's not necessarily the reason why I'm doing it now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we weren't thinking when I was young, I got into this. We weren't thinking about independency. We was thinking, okay, like how we gonna get a deal?
Right.
Like, how am I gonna get signed?
Right.
What's going on? Like,
Right.
am I gonna be the person to sign or nah? I don't think so. This person that has more like commercial value, he's gonna be the one to sign,
Right.
and then get us all. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I'm just gonna be, you know, the lyrical dude or whatever the case is. So we didn't come into that like thinking like independency, but you know, as time grew on and as time has, you know, gone on and things have evolved and
Right.
technology has evolved and advanced, we learned, hey, listen, all of these things that used to be able to pay like $100,000 for, like this is very accessible now.
Mhm.
Like we can just go
Do it
ahead and do all of
ourselves.
these things ourselves.
Right.
And have better quality at that.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Even better than what it is that you've seen like Hype Williams do, or you know any of these other people do.
Right.
We can do that for way less these days.
Right.
So then, you know, we just started thinking on a different level. Okay, how do I become self-sufficient? You know, how do I become independent?
Absolutely.
How is it that, you know, black people are able to elevate and have a company to the magnitude of a Sony UMG?
Right.
How do we have something comparable? How do we have a Disney?
So
How do we have a Netflix?
talk about black infrastructure, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's important for me. That's the reason why we came up with the whole platform, Black
Yeah.
Victory, you know, Black Unity,
Yeah.
Black Sufficiency, right?
Yeah.
When you think about Black Sufficiency and you think about the black community, where is that with music and
Yeah.
like our mindset, how much does that bother you and how much that pushes you more to continue to push out your music and your art?
Yeah.
That,
I mean, yeah, no, you know, it's definitely bothersome, man. But you know, at the end of the day, it's like anybody who ever had a problem with anything, they just got up and fixed it.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Did something about
they
it.
did something
I felt
about
that.
it. And if you know, if you angry enough, if you pissed off enough, you mad enough, you're gonna get up and go do something about it.
Absolutely.
So that's what I am. That's who I am. I'm just the person who's gonna get up and do something about it. You know what I mean? You know, I don't want to see our people struggle and suffer forever. That's not what we were made and put on earth to do.
Right.
We're not meant to be a permanent underclass of people.
Right.
talk about it.
You know what I'm saying?
You all
No,
kings.
I absolutely agree. You know, before I get back to the question I wanted to tap into,
Yeah.
like I absolutely agree. I came across, so you know, family, I'm a man of references. You know, I love references, but I can't specifically cite where I got the source from. However, I recall hearing that black people, or just people in general, are not designed to live in poverty.
Right.
We are not designed to be poor.
No.
It is a system, you know,
Mhm.
a systematic fucking plague, you know, that's just been carried on for years. And we definitely have to be like a lot of our people, you know, have realized it,
Yeah.
have worked to mobilize people, you know, and just do a lot of radical changes. But we have to pick up that baton and keep it going.
Yeah.
We can't let up. You feel me? And that's what Sharpn is just doing here. Like we just trying to bridge that gap, you know?
Mhm.
But just to go back to what you was talking about, elevation and evolving and things just advancing to the next lane.
Yeah.
They say if you hold on to things for too long, you're a hoarder.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
You know,
that's a big
but
fact.
in your opinion, how carefully and diligently do you update your artistic approach for the purpose of remaining relatable to the people?
Oh yeah, okay. Hey man, that's a real good question too.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's a real good question.
You know your boy is here. Talk to me. You know I'm here.
I heard you.
Fuck
I
me
mean,
up, that one.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yo, that's a good one. I've never been asked that before. No, but I will say, hey, listen, man. You know, I think it's definitely necessary. Not so much like keeping up with the Joneses,
Right.
but really, you know, just to have access to what's out there.
Right.
You have to kind of know what's out there, and then how do you take what's out there and then like bring it into your own style?
Mhm.
Like, how are you able to mix that in
Cultivate
with what
that.
it is that you're doing
Right.
already?
Right.
Because I have my own individual style.
100%.
I may take a little piece from here. This is why I said I'm Kanye, Drake, mixed with a 9-5. I might take a little piece from here. I might take a little piece from there and incorporate it into what it is that I'm doing.
100%.
So no, I feel like it's extremely important for you to be relatable to the youth, because that's what the
100%.
youth is listening to
Talk
these
about
days.
it.
You know what I mean? Now, I don't go so far as to, once again, I'm not keeping up with the Joneses. I'm not out here trying to be like the next Pop Smoke. I'm not
Right,
doing the best
right.
drill music record.
Right.
You know, I'm not doing K-Flop. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Shout out to them. But it's just like, I'm doing what it is that I'm doing, and I may give you a little bit of that, a little spark of that here and there.
That fire.
You definitely adapted.
It's the fire.
definitely
You know,
adapt.
'cause you know, like our people in general.
Yes.
Yo, we gotta feel that energy. You know, and the wording is powerful.
Yeah.
But the lack of attention is there.
That's a fact.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you may hit me with some shit easy, but the next person may have to listen to it a couple times.
Yeah, right.
You know, but it's cool.
I'm from the school of listening to music a couple times and rewinding something back just because I didn't understand it, and go ahead.
Couple
and search it.
times.
You know what I'm saying?
I felt that.
You know.
Yeah, so it's like, it's extremely important. You know, at the same time, I know what it is. Once again, this goes right back to being comfortable with who it is that you are. I know what it is that I bring to the table. I have complete confidence in it because I
Right.
have a specific skill set.
Right.
And that skill set at this moment in time is like a dying art. Like, we like the, you know, the last of the real Mohicans for real. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's
I
only
feel
a
that.
couple MCs that you can count on one hand
Facts.
and be like, oh yeah, no, these are lyrical dope MCs that are
Right.
spitting thought-provoking things,
Right.
and who are really trying to wake the public up and make them listen to what it is that they have to actually say. So, you know, in that regard, I have complete confidence in my skill set in order for me to be able to do that. And hey, listen, whatever it is that y'all get from those other folks, you can
Right.
go ahead and get it.
Right.
But you can get what it is that you get from me, and you can only get it here. You know?
That's
With
what makes
that-
you you.
Yeah, right.
Yo,
that-
listen, man, get that man a
With
shirt.
that being said, Mr. Wiser, we got something for you. Highly
Yo.
appreciate your presence. You could have been anywhere else, but
Oh
you made
yeah,
it.
nah, I'm here, man.
Listen,
With the
man.
queen as
I was-
well.
You be on
With
gratitude.
the queen,
Big
you
on
know. So
gratitude.
highly appreciate you, big
Big on
this is for
gratitude.
you.
But listen, it ain't over though.
Thank
We gotta take that
Saying, let the
shirt.
community see that. Let the community see that.
Ah, still sharp and still,
That's
baby. You
what we
already
doing.
know.
That's what we doing.
Listen.
Yeah, nah, this is hard.
Before we
Appreciate
go
that.
further,
Appreciate that.
before we go further, right?
Yeah.
We got a game called Still Sharp and Still
I
Let's
don't,
Rap.
yo,
Alright.
I
you
don't
think
know
he
if
ready?
you
You think he ready?
5 words. We're gonna give him 5 words. I'm gonna let him talk to the community of the 5 words he has.
Okay.
I'm gonna play a beat. And you know, fortunately he's a rapper. We'll see what he'll do.
Word,
Tap in,
word.
King. Show the.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, so let's see what's going on. You feel
So
me?
reach your raise up if you don't mind.
Alright.
So we got Black Victory, Spirit, King,
Passion, Wisdom.
and
Right.
Wisdom, man. Talk to us.
This beat go crazy. This beat go crazy. This beat go crazy.
This what they doing.
What we doing?
Alright.
Let the.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Black Victory. It's in my spirit, I'm a king, but the passion is the wisdom is you hearing me. Yeah. Everybody wanna fear me, it's Prince Wiser, I'm godly. Oh man.
Oh, what we doing?
Listen.
Hey, listen, I used the 5 words. I used the 5 words mad quick. Yo, listen,
No,
that's
listen, give me some
dope.
love. Give me some love. But listen, that's what it's about. We ain't going nowhere, right? I wanna just get into this thing really quick, right?
what up?
You know, you got your platform. Tell the people
Okay.
before I even ask the question. Tell the people to find you at.
Oh yeah, hey
Tell the
listen.
people.
Right now, y'all can find me on Instagram at Prince Wiser Official. That's Prince WISER Official, all one word. You can find me on the gram there. You can go to thirdEyeWiser.com. It's
Right.
THURDEYEWISER. That's thirdEyeWiser.com, and you can go ahead and download my entire catalog of music. You know what I
Right.
mean? You're not gonna be able to find half of that stuff on the DSPs once again. So yeah, absolutely. You can hit me up in the DMs, ask for a link or whatnot, and I'll go ahead and provide you the link.
And that's
So
what
you
it's
go ahead
about.
and get the
Listen,
records.
this is the question I want to ask you.
Yeah,
So, you know, when they see the Louis bag, they see the Louis bag, but they don't see the work behind it, right?
Yeah, right.
So they probably see Prince Waza, but they don't see what really got you there in the days that you took. Even when you not in the mood, you still pushing through, right?
Okay.
Right.
What advice would you give, like your younger self or anybody that's out there that's similar to you, when they feel like they don't want to do it no more? What advice would you give to them?
Yo, the best advice I give is just to keep going, because like you don't know. You know what I mean? Like if you quit now, then you know, okay, I've quit, and I'm not going back to this. But you don't know. Hey, there's always that possibility. Okay, what if? And you know, I didn't get here overnight. I'm not getting to where I'm going overnight, and it's that what if thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What if it doesn't go right?
Right.
But what if it goes right?
Right.
And I feel like the payoff in that regard is way better. It's way stronger. So I would say, hey, listen, don't give up. You know, I've said that. I put up a post the other day. I've quit 76 times. You know what I'm saying? I've said literally, I quit 76 times.
I feel like.
And yet I'm still here in front of y'all right now.
I feel like.
Still doing the same thing.
Right.
At 30-something years old, still doing the same thing. Now I'm just now getting to a point and a level in which I'm reaping the benefits. But it had to take that long. It took that long. It took 15 years. You understand? So keep going. Keep going. You know, there ain't no limit. There's no limit to what it is that you can do with a skill set. So hone your skill set and continue on the path. Absolutely.
You said it beautifully.
Yeah.
He hit on the nail. Listen,
Yeah.
once again, y'all follow him at Prince Waza.
Yes, sir.
We out here in season 4.
Still sharp and still.